You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side, yeah.
Hi everybody, welcome to Staynlove Motivations. I'm Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and your life coach motivator. Welcome to this week's post. Today we're going to be talking about knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing just how uniquely wonderful you are. And if you don't know that, then hopefully after today you will begin to know and believe that. I read somewhere this little saying, and it says, being successful is knowing what to ask for. If you don't know what to ask for, how do you expect the universe to give it to you? If you don't know just how uniquely wonderful and valuable you are, how do you expect life to give you what you deserve, what you know that you deserve? And if you are walking around with low expectations, with not feeling worthy that you deserve anything, then that's exactly what you're going to get. Nothing. You have to start to believe just how uniquely wonderful you really are. For so many years of my life, I struggled with that. I mean, I really struggled with really believing just how uniquely wonderful I really am. And it took a great deal of mental work to arrive at this place of where I am today. And we all question, if we matter, if we deserve anything. But the key, I really, really believe the key is to change what you're thinking about yourself, what you really come to know about yourself. And the only way you do that is you have to really, know who you are. I mean, because if you don't know who you are, then the world will tell you what they think you are, So we don't really reveal who we really are to people until people that we trust, very private, keep everything close to the chest. But when you finally come into your awareness and when you finally come into the realization of who you really are, that's when life will begin to applaud you. That's when life will begin to open up for you. Because, my loves, your role, who you really are, was handwritten by the author and the finisher of our faith. So your story doesn't begin until you come into your part. And then once it starts to unfold, right, then things begin to beckon for you. Life begins to open up for you. You begin to receive all the wonderful gifts that the author had written for you to receive. And it's never too late. I really believe that. It's never too late for you to come into the realization of who you are, for you to come into really knowing and believing. And if you don't have a really good self-worth, if you don't know your value, then, how do you expect to get anything? And I had to really, really it took me so many years, because I just, I don't know. I just didn't believe I deserved anything. Not that I thought that I was a bad person, but I don't know. And, I honestly believe it has something to do with your upbringing and your conditioning and things you hear every day, and I've always been a very sensitive person and always been very intuitive, and, I could just pick up on energy, right? And so I spend a great deal of time alone. And it's because I'm just very sensitive to energy and people, and I really can't be around negativity and angry people, and there's certain things that I just can't be around because it just really messes with me, right? So it takes years and years and years for me to really do the mental work, for me to do the, I really had to change my inner dialogue. And I want you all to really know and believe that you are uniquely wonderful, that you have everything that you need, that you're so talented and so gifted. And the only way that you can step into those talents and gifts is when you begin to be who you really are. You have to take the time to really start to believe and know that you're uniquely wonderful and that you matter. Now, how do you do that? Well, you do whatever you need to do. If you have to, I remember early on, I used to have my walls just painted with all these words and scriptures and things so that I could see it every day, right? My mirror in the bathroom had little Post-its and everything that I would look at. And then it started getting really deep because I started listening to it when I was asleep to get into my subconscious. But, you do whatever you need to do to come into who you really are, right? You put the work in so that you can finally start living your story. Because if you're not, then you're a fraud. And who wants to be a fraud? Don't you want to be your uniquely wonderful self that the author and finisher of our faith hand wrote just for you to play? So, my loves, take the time and really begin to believe and know that you are worthy, that you deserve every good thing that you want to have and do in your life. You deserve that. There's no one on the planet except you. I mean, I know they say with these, what do you call it, these doppelgangers or something like that, where there's a twin, but there's only one you. So that should speak volumes to you. There's only one you. And when you start playing you, it's when the world will begin to open up and present you all the wonderful gifts that are just for you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are nearing the end of this season and maybe 2 more episodes, but I've so enjoyed bringing all these wonderful talks and these touching on these points with you, and I hope that they have. My intention was that so that they could to bring more awareness into your life. Next week, we are going to be talking about love. We're going to be talking about loving yourself. We're going to be talking about knowing just how you're loved and how much you matter. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Until next week, and remember, stay in love.
The day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, yeah.